in my opinion, or in my experience, it is an absolutely important part of awakening to understand how the mind works. And the way the mind works is it wants to understand something constantly. It is a wheel of how does that work, and then it demands an answer. It's a huh, uh-huh, huh, uh-huh. That's how the mind works. So it has questions and it wants to have answers. And it thinks that once the final answer has been said, then there will be no more questions. But you have to understand that answers generate even more questions, like you are cutting the throat of the Hydra, and there are just more heads that are growing from it. And it is crucial to understand that when you are awakening, that before the first question in history was ever asked, the ultimate answer already is. So if you go through a whole day or a week or a month without trying to improve your life, whatever improvement means, it's just a conceptual idea of what improvement is, you will see that life will just sustain itself. Because what you essentially are is already complete. And whatever this is, the phenomenal world, seems to move, but it's just changing form. But there's no way we can say that this is better and this is worse, because good and bad are just concepts that are made in the conceptual mind. So when you live in a world of concepts, you are completely detached from reality. So the way for you to come out of this conceptual world is pretty, how should I say that? It is quite necessary, unless you don't want to. But the conceptual world is a world of illusions. Because if you are watching a sunset and you're analytical about it, then you're actually not watching a sunset. You're not living life. Or you are living the illusion of living life, when in actuality life is living you, but you're not noticing it. When your mind is full of questions and it cannot enjoy the moment because it doesn't have the right answers yet to those questions, for example, what is the meaning of life, then it is absolutely not possible to enjoy a moment where you watch a simple sunset. Because I was on a quest for finding the meaning of life, and I found the meaning of life. The meaning of life is life. But it only feels real when you're no longer living in the conceptual world, and you're no longer constantly trying to find answers to questions. Because this game of questioning and getting answers is an endless game. There's never an end. It's just, you have to recognize that this is a game, and it's not a it's not necessary to play it. Because you are born, you're gonna die anyway. This concept of having to attain a certain state of completion through endless effort is an illusion. Because when you're in the state of endless trying to attain a sense of completion so that you're finally complete and then you can live life, is an illusion, and it's a state of lack. And when you're in the state of lack, you're actually just attracting the opposite. You can attain what is considered successful. You can have a lot of money and success, but on the inside it doesn't feel like that. On the other hand, when you don't care about this, but you actually live the life that feels successful, even though people don't agree that you are successful because you don't have a lot of money, for example, you are living in joy, in a state of joy and bliss. And from this state of joy and bliss, you will attract whatever you need. This might not be $1 million, but it will be probably more money than the common person has. because whatever you do out of fun and joy. But again, this is not possible when you live in a world of concepts. So you have to find out who you really are, and who you really are is not a subject that is experiencing the objective world. Because the subject and the object are arising in the same unknown, whatever this is, we call reality. So you are, who you think you are, is simply an appearance in an ocean. So to assume that you are the appearance in the ocean, and the appearance or the wave is separate in the ocean, is simply not real. It's an illusion. You came out of the universe, you are still part of the universe, and you will go back to the universe. But you were never separate. It's just the universe looking at itself. There are a lot of people, and I'm very aware of that are suffering. The best way to stop suffering is to start meditation, but doing real meditation, not as a person who tries to do meditation to get rid of pain, but to actually observe the pain and not trying to fight the pain or the suffering. Looking at life raw, without a lens, and simply observing it. And that's exactly what will free you.